A TNA star has been booked for a major WWE event, plus The Rock not appearing at WrestleMania. I'm calling bullshit on that one. And yes, we are going to talk about a popular indie star who is set to retire. It's all coming up right here on the Ango Show. All right, guys, if you want more videos like this, you know what to do. Go ahead and click subscribe. This way you never miss a video. I want to kick things off with Homicide. You might remember him from TNA. You might remember him from ROH. Well, now, today, March 20th, 2025, the pro wrestling legend will compete in his final match. He is actually tag teaming with Bull James. You guys might remember Bull Dempsey from WWE. He is tag teaming with him to take on Alpha Jr. and Mike Santana. A lot of people on social media are calling this a very underwhelming match, but there is a very, very big reason as to why Homicide is retiring, which is exactly why we are talking about it. He actually took to Facebook and he posted a very emotional post, and he said very specifically, "Can't believe I am saying goodbye. Not only a job, the passion, the sport of pro wrestling. Myself and Bull James versus Mike Santana, and I hate everyone. Alpha Jr. Reason I'm leaving is because I went to my doctor and they found a cyst in my brain. I've had it for months and it's getting worse. My vision and speech is bad. Caused the hard hitting, getting knocked out, and hitting a plane to travel. March 20th, Outlaw Wrestling means a lot. I want people to party and smile, except for Alpha Jr. I'm a survivor. I always win BS battles. Bottom of my heart, thank you for your support. This is not a goodbye. This is a see you later." Obviously, Homicide, if you guys remember him, you just know how good he was. And I don't know, I don't know if people realize how good he was, right? Like, that's the thing that is so interesting about the situation with Homicide, is that he's like a really, really talented guy. It always kind of shocked me because we did see him a little bit in Tony Khan's version of ROH, but we never really got to see like some real programs with him there. So it kind of shocked me a little bit that maybe Tony Khan didn't actually end up signing him. But obviously, growing up a big fan of TNA and being an ROH guy back in the day, I was very, very familiar with his work. And then obviously he took the indies by storm, and just a tremendous talent, honestly, a very tremendous talent. And the fact that he's retiring, it is a little sad, and it's just kind of crazy to think that this is one of those guys who had so much more potential. And there's a lot of reasons as to why it didn't work out, I guess. And at the end of the day, I do think to a certain extent, like he did work out, but yeah, I don't know, man. Like, it's just kind of a weird situation. Obviously, Homicide is great, and I do think it is a little underwhelming of a retirement match, because I feel like there's so many great matches they could have done for him to have a proper send-off, but it is what it is. That brings us to our next topic, and of course, as you guys know, I say take things with a grain of salt, but we are going to talk about it because, really, I want us to come back to this video after WrestleMania. We're going to see if Dave Meltzer finally got it right, because Dave Meltzer and Brian Alvarez were talking about The Rock, and he says that there was more that meets the eye regarding John Cena not bringing up The Rock in the promo. And this is basically Dave Meltzer alluding to, like, some sort of information being said that maybe The Rock isn't going to be involved or whatever it may be. And as I said in the beginning of the video, yeah, I'm calling bullshit. The thing with Dave is that he has a very high inaccuracy report when it comes to things happening in the WWE. I think with AEW, his reporting is obviously very different because we know his close ties to Tony Khan. Obviously, for AEW, whatever information that they want out there, whatever Tony Khan wants out there, you could blatantly see that Dave is reporting it and stuff. But when it comes to WWE information, I think it's really important to understand Dave hasn't been accurate. So you might be asking, Ango, why are you talking about it? Well, let's just say, for example, The Rock does not appear at WrestleMania. Let's say The Rock is not involved in this heel turn with John Cena anymore. Then obviously Dave is right. But I think for a lot of us, we kind of understand what WWE is doing here, right? Look at WWE, for example. WWE didn't need to address The Rock and John Cena in John Cena's first promo. We got to build this story up. And, it's so interesting because I feel like a lot of the times that Dave Meltzer is talking about anything related to WWE, it's almost like he's like insinuating things on his own terms without actually being given proper information from people, and then they kind of run with it. And to sit there and say there's more that meets the eye just tells me that Dave doesn't really know what he's talking about. And what's interesting is the Rock situation has been underreported and poorly reported, honestly, for a very long time. And the reason for that is because of the fact that whatever is happening with The Rock, whatever's happening with John Cena, whatever's happening in those situations, to me, I feel like it's I don't know. To me, I feel like it's one of those things where very few people know. And Dave Meltzer, it's crazy, bro. And listen, I want to say this too about The Rock. It's going to be very, very low secret. Nobody's going to talk to Dave Meltzer about it. It's going to be very well kept under wraps. If The Rock is not involved here, then WWE obviously missed the boat. WWE obviously messed up. But again, WWE has been very careful and calculated with this, and I think it's just best that a lot of people don't really buy in too much to what is being said on the Wrestling Observer. And that brings us to our final topic, ladies and gentlemen. TNA World Champion Joe Hendry, he is officially booked for WWE World, which is their WWE Access replacement. It's taking place at the Las Vegas Convention Center, West Hall, from April 17th to the 21st. Joe Hendry will be there April 19th and 20th. He's available there for photo opportunities on Saturday at 2:40 p.m. and then Sunday, April 20th at 2:20 p.m. It's really crazy. Like WWE, this is so strange to see WWE actively promoting a wrestler who's not on their roster at an event that is a convention center for WWE. And obviously for WWE, it makes a lot of sense having Joe Hendry there, but just imagine how cool it is for TNA to have their world champion there. And I think really what it comes down to is that WWE is in a situation where they are a little bit more carefree. Obviously, they're not going to be doing this for a lot of people, but Joe Hendry obviously is signed to TNA. He is their world champion, but he's been prominently used on WWE programming. This guy wants a championship match against John Cena, so you have to wonder if that's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm excited to see what happens. I don't think John Cena and Joe Hendry, I don't think they have a match. I don't think they have a match. I'm going to be real honest with you guys. I don't think it ever happens, but it's not because Joe Hendry doesn't deserve it or won't work hard for it. I just think John Cena's got so much going on with this retirement tour. What I do think is that this could lead to more opportunities for Joe Hendry in the WWE, especially, Joe Hendry wants to go up against John Cena. Cody Rhodes might need some friends. Could this lead to Joe Hendry at least being in a tag team match with Cody Rhodes? You never know. Wrestling's about to get exciting, guys. Let me know what you think down below.